Mississippi passed Bill HB 1523. This is a piece of legislation that literally legalizes discrimination against gay people. So Think Progress explains, the bill does not pretend to be neutral. It only protects people with anti-LGBT religious beliefs and nobody else. The sincerely held religious beliefs or moral convictions protected by this act are the belief or conviction that A, marriage is or should be recognized as the union between one man and one woman, B, sexual relations are properly reserved to such a marriage, and C, male, man, or female, woman, thanks for clarifying there, didn't know what you were talking about, refer to an individual's immutable biological sex as objectively determining by anatomy and genetics at time of birth. Now, the implications of this bill are far-reaching. So if, for whatever reason, businesses like Hobby Lobby or Chick-fil-A, for example, feel as though their, quote, religious beliefs are being violated, well, then they can refuse to hire someone for it. They can fire someone for it. I mean, when it comes to, if you're a landlord, you can refuse to rent to someone or kick someone out because of it. And when it comes to marriage, so if you're a business, anything that is construed as, taking part of a marriage between a same-sex couple. So when it comes to photography, wedding planning, dressmaking, cake or pastry services, venue rentals, limousine and car rental services, jewelry sales, you can say no. It's 2016, and you'd think that people would have moved on by now, but nope. People want to drag us back into the Stone Age. Now, additionally, any person can establish sex-specific standards or policies concerning employee or student dress or grooming and can manage the access of restrooms and other sex-segregated facilities. Any state employee can openly express their beliefs without consequence, and any state employee can choose not to authorize or license legal marriages by recusing themselves from those duties. Now, this bill was approved by the Mississippi House 80-39, so it passed overwhelmingly, and it passed Mississippi Senate by 31-17. So again, passed easily there too. Now it's not actually signed into law yet, so it's going to return to the House for concurrence with an amendment, but it seems as though this thing's going to pass. It's going to become codified into law. Now, of course, this is immoral. I don't have to get into the reasons. We're all progressives. We know that they're discriminating against human beings. This is sickening. But this also violates the Constitution, the federal Constitution, that is, and therefore this piece of legislation will be overturned inevitably. The Commerce Clause is the constitutional basis for the Civil Rights Act as well. So the federal government cannot regulate intrastate commerce, but they can regulate interstate commerce. That is commerce that flows across state borders. So when it comes to cash flow and businesses and whatnot, if something that a state does impacts or hinders interstate commerce, well, then the federal government can step in and get involved. So the reason why this is the case is because if you're someone who lives in New York and you decide you want to go to Mississippi and stay in a hotel, well, you have to worry about discrimination. So what this might do is dissuade you from traveling to the state altogether. They'll lose money. Businesses will lose money. Businesses will shut down because of this potentially. And the government has an interest in stopping that from happening. But with this law, you facilitate the collapse of business. You facilitate a decline in Mississippi's economy, because who the hell is going to want to travel to Mississippi? I mean, I don't know who would want to travel there anyway to begin with, but this makes it even that much more unlikely that someone would want to visit Mississippi, even if they're not LGBT, even if you're just a straight ally and you don't want to support them and give your money to this homophobic state. So this is not going to stand. Mississippi can go ahead and pass it now, but guess what's going to happen? The time will catch up with your ass, and it will be struck down either by the Supreme Court or a district court or something. Something's going to happen. Something's got to give. So feel free to pass this now. Do what you want. You're only going to make yourself a joke, and it's going to be for nothing because this is going to be struck down. So Mississippi, anyone who voted for this is a complete buffoon.